Hey there, welcome back to the Two-Stroke Turbo channel. Welcome back to petting my shop dog, Stella. Oh, she's hot. She's got her winter coat still, and it's supposed to be 90 degrees tomorrow and the next day. What are we doing in the shop besides trying to stay cool on the cool concrete? We dragged in another clunker. I can't stand having cars that don't run, especially if they're my own. So I found a little time after working on a couple other customers' cars. This is a Honda Civic. It's an 88 Civic. It's been, wow, I've had this car for a long time. It was 2000, 2001, I don't remember. I sold it to my brother and he gave it back to me, and there's been a lot of drama in between. Last week it wouldn't start. I put on a new master relay under the dash and I knew the fuel pump wasn't working. So the fuel pump now works, except it only has 5 pounds of pressure, and that won't work. That won't run. It's fuel injected. It needs to have 35 to 40, something like that. I did put a gauge on it. You can see the clean white gauge there on the filter. And the maximum amount I could get, I think, was 7 pounds of fuel pressure, and it immediately drops right off. So the pump is bad. The car has close to 300,000 miles on it, and it's been sitting around, and it's got bad gas. And what we're going to do, peeled up the back seat here to take a look. This tank has to be dropped from the bottom. You have to undo the fuel neck, the gauge, and some other bits and bobs, and then drop the tank out the bottom, which is a total pain, but that's the way it is. And I'm gonna have to drain all the bad gas anyway, so I'm gonna get to it. I got a new fuel pump that's a high volume, high pressure one, 340 liters per hour versus the standard one is 95 or something like that. So it should be a nice little upgrade, and it should make this car run. That's the most important thing, is to get it running. All right, we got the 88 Civic up in the air, and I want to show you a few things. When I purchased this car from a customer years and years ago, it was in a crash. I bought it wrecked. I cut off the front radiator core support and the front structure here on just half this passenger front fender, and I welded on a new one. And you can see the fender doesn't quite match. I think it got into another accident. Little fender bender there. But this is the good stuff back here. Let me show you. I'm getting ready to drain the gas out of the tank, which Hondas are really smart. They have a gas drain in the tank already, which is nice. But I think I've been in here before because I can see clamps that aren't factory. And I wonder if I've replaced this fuel pump. I don't know if I have or not. I don't know. But I know it's not working. And I wanted to show you something else. You ever seen a bad tire? This one's really, really bad. I mean, they don't get much worse than that. That's pretty nasty. You gotta be careful you don't cut yourself on that. Or that I don't. Hope it doesn't pop. So this car is equipped with the upgraded SI muffler, except one of the dual tips is no longer with us. It's a nice feature. Okay, so we're working on our Civic project here. I got the tank down, drained. Gas was super stinky. I've been in here before, or somebody has. This pump has been replaced. However, the feed tube is not fuel rated. This is a vacuum line, and it's soft and gummy, and it's collapsing. I think that actually is the problem, is that the feed tube either sprung a leak or is collapsing. It's completely just limp and nasty. So we're going to replace the pump and start over, make this right. I did find a spare tire, a little tiny donut to replace the stripped cords poking out tire that I was afraid was going to cut me while working on this, so we're safe. Okay, the fuel tank is back up in the Civic, and I've got the old pump in my hand. And I'm sure I replaced this at one point in time because that's a brand that I recognize. And this hose is super gummy. I don't know if any fuel can flow through that, especially if it was kinked. I don't know. but the new pump is in there, and I hope and wish that it's going to last. Let's drop the car down and put some fuel in it and see if it works. All right, let's find the fuel release. Oh, that's nasty. Oh, listen to the vapor. Do you hear that? What's up with that? Is there a vacuum on the system? Goigle, goigle. Okay, so we put a hot battery into our Civic. Actually not that hot of a battery. It looks like it's date stamped 2016, which means the battery is at least 8 years old. So I'm going to turn the key, and I'm hoping to build fuel pressure. This gauge should read up here 30, 35, and hold it. That's what I'm hoping for. So we put our gas in, probably a couple gallons, into our tank, and come on, baby, let's have some good news here. I'm gonna turn the key on. I don't hear anything. I don't hear the pump running. Let's go look at the pressure. Give it one more shot. I hear the relay clicking. You hear that? Let's see if I can. Clicked on, clicked off. Just what to do. Let's see if it's holding any pressure. No, it's not. New development. So I'm not getting any fuel pressure out of my brand new pump. I'm not hearing the pump run. So I did a quick and dirty, peeled off the power wire to the pump, connected it to a jumper sounder, and when I turn the key, I don't get any light or sound. This old pump is probably fine. I've got a wiring issue. Where? I don't know, but I do know that's the wire to the fuel pump, and it is not coming on with the relay, which, what the hey, I don't know. I got to figure it out. Sometimes it just goes like that. So I've got to run new wires or a new relay to the pump, or figure out why we're not getting power to the pump. Was not expecting that. I thought the pump would fix it. Sometimes that's just the way it goes. As I think about this a little bit, this pump was an aftermarket pump that I put on that was supposed to be high performance, and maybe it was too high performance for my little tiny wires. You can see I've got the wires jumped there, positive, negative. I got an external battery source. Let's see what happens here. Listen. Okay, we got a pump. Can you hear it? Listen. So we're going to plug this in, let it run, and we should have a bunch of fuel pressure. I bet you if I wing the accelerator pump, you'd have tons. Let's check. Gotta get a step ladder. Ready. Oh, wow. We've got 65 pounds. Holy cow. That's almost too much. Okay, I turned the pump off. I want to see if it holds. And it's holding at 32. That's good. Okay, the car should start. We'll hook our fuel pump back up again. This kind of sketches me out. A lot of gas on the floor, a lot of gas fumes in the shop. Don't want to air it sparks like that. And let's climb up on our step ladder. I think that fuel pump burnt the wiring out. Look at that. Runs like a champ. Oh. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We got some fuel pressure now. Wow. That's what we want. So the lesson of the day is you can't put in an aftermarket fuel pump that draws more amperage and expect it to work. Somehow there's a wiring breakdown of the wires between there and there. I have to run new wires or a relay or something. Not the end of the world, but I'm glad she's running. That's much better. Runs good. Yeah. Pump is still working, I can hear it.